Can you hear me now? Should be able to hear me now. That's interesting. I'm going to turn on the volume of the other stream so I can check. Yep. Okay. I don't know how my microphone got switched around, but it looks like it's fixed now. If you're in here, say hi in the chat and let me know if the sound level is good, the music to my voice and all of that. I'm just going to give it a minute for people to get a chance to get in here since I did this just on a whim, basically. I took a hiatus to kind of take care of myself for a while and fill my cup because I hadn't been feeling well and had a lot going on that just I needed to get in order. So I will be back to my fairly regular schedule next week, but I wanted to jump on here tonight and finish up Daniel. Okay. I'm going to check all the stream settings and then we will get reading. Welcome to those just coming in. God bless you. If you need prayer, please don't hesitate to ask. So far, nobody is in the main stream, but if somebody does pop in, please let me know if the music volume is good for my voice level. Just checking all the stream settings and giving people a chance to get in here, and then we will start reading. And again, if you need prayer, please don't hesitate to ask. Okay, looks like everything is good in the settings. So tonight I am going to start in Daniel chapter 4 because in the last stream I read up to Daniel 3. So we will finish Daniel tonight. And then in the next stream, we will carry on into the minor prophets. Welcome. God bless you. I'm glad you're here. How's everybody doing tonight? I better get my little character over. It's kind of in the middle of everything. So get her out of the way of the words. Okay. I'm going to take a drink real quick and then I'll go ahead and get going. Oh, hey, Jer. How are you? It's been a while. I know I haven't been live for, a week or so. But I know it was hard for you to catch a stream before that because of school. I'm glad you're good. It's good to see ya. Okay, and I am just absolutely surrounded in craft stuff. Part of me thinks I might have decided to go live so I could avoid putting it away. No, I'm just kidding. Okay. Again, welcome, and if you need prayer, please don't hesitate to ask. What, Jer? Robin! Yeah, no problem, Robin. I'm glad you're here. I have missed you. You are in the vertical stream, so if you want the one with the background music, the link is, if you scroll up a little bit, should be right there. I'm so glad to see you. I think of you all the time. In fact, pretty much every time I go live. Or anytime somebody pops in and has questions or causes trouble. I think of you. Oh, you're on both. Okay. I should have known that. Let's see, you completed The Last of Us on medium mode after 30 hours and 6 minutes. Last all at one shot? I've never seen or played that game, but I've heard of it. But wow, 30 hours of gaming straight. That's intense, but kudos, good job. I'm sure you're very excited. My boys would understand that a little bit more than I do, but okay. I see more people have joined. God bless you. If you need prayer, please don't hesitate to ask. Daniel chapter 4. Nebuchadnezzar, the king, to all the peoples, nations, and men of every tongue that inhabit all the earth. May your peace abound. It has seemed good to me to declare the signs and wonders which the Most High God has done for me. How great are his signs and how strong are his wonders. His kingdom is an everlasting kingdom, and his dominion is from generation to generation. I, Nebuchadnezzar, was at ease in my house and flourishing in my palace. I saw a dream, and it made me fearful, and these fantasies as I lay on my bed and the visions in my head kept alarming me. So I gave a decree to bring into my presence all the wise men of Babylon, that they might make known to me the interpretation of the dream. Then the magicians, the conjurers, the Chaldeans, and the diviners came in, and I said the dream to them, but they could not make its interpretation known to me. But at last Daniel came in before me, whose name is Belteshazzar, according to the name of my God, and in whom is a spirit of the holy gods, and I said the dream to him. O Belteshazzar, chief of the magicians, since I know that a spirit of the holy gods is in you, and no mystery is difficult for you, say to me the visions of my dream which I have seen, along with its interpretation. Now these were the visions in my head. As I lay on my bed, I was looking, and behold, there was a tree in the midst of the earth, and its height was great. The tree grew large and became strong, and its height reached to the sky, and it was visible to the end of the whole earth. Its foliage was beautiful, and its fruit abundant, and in it was food for all. The beasts of the field found shade under it, and the birds of the sky inhabited its branches, and all flesh fed itself from it. I was looking in the visions in my head as I lay on my bed, and behold, a watcher, a holy one, descended from heaven. Here comes the train. And that always makes me miss Hugo. I'm going to see if it's going to pass by quickly, or, yeah, it's getting loud, so I'm going to give it a second. I will take a drink, and if you need prayer, don't hesitate to ask. Oh, goodness, it's loud. Yeah, I think he finished up just recently, but he was very busy. Oh, no. He had a week left. He was doing some exams, so he might still be working on that. And if so, that's very busy. Sorry for the train. Okay, hopefully it's done. He called out loudly and said thus, "Chop down the tree and cut off its branches, strip off its foliage and scatter its fruit. Let the beasts flee from under it and the birds from its branches. Yet leave the stump with its roots in the earth, but with a band of iron and bronze around it, in the new grass of the field. And let him be drenched with the dew of heaven, and let him share with the beasts in the grass of the earth. Let his heart be changed from that of a man, and let the heart of a beast be given to him, and let 7 periods of time pass over him. This edict is by the resolution of the watchers, and the decision is a command of the holy ones, in order that the living may know that the Most High is the powerful ruler over the kingdom of mankind, and gives it to whom he wishes, and sets up over it the lowliest of men. This is the dream which I, King Nebuchadnezzar, have seen. Now you, Belteshazzar, say to me its interpretation, inasmuch as none of the wise men of my kingdom is able to make known to me the interpretation, but you are able, for a spirit of the holy gods is in you." And if somebody was saying that to me, I'd have to be like, no, there's only one God, so... Okay, then Daniel, whose name is Belteshazzar, was appalled for a while as his thoughts were alarming him. The king answered and said, "Belteshazzar, do not let the dream or its interpretation alarm you." Belteshazzar answered and said, "My lord, if only the dream applied to those who hate you and its interpretation to your adversaries. The tree that you saw, which became large and grew strong, whose height reached to the sky and was visible to all the earth, and whose foliage was beautiful and its fruit abundant, and in which was food for all, under which the beasts of the field inhabited, and in whose branches the birds of the sky dwelt, it is you, O king, for you have become great and grown strong, and your greatness has become even greater and reached to the sky, and your dominion to the end of the earth. But in that the king saw a watcher, a holy one, descending from heaven, and saying, Chop down the tree and destroy it. Yet leave the stump with its roots in the earth, but with a band of iron and bronze around it in the new grass of the field, and let him be drenched with the dew of heaven, and let him share with the beasts of the field until 7 periods of time pass over him. This is the interpretation, O king, and this is the resolution of the Most High, which has reached my lord the king. That you be driven away from mankind, and your place of habitation be with the beasts of the field, and you be given grass to eat like cattle, and be drenched with the dew of heaven, and 7 periods of time will pass over you until you know that the Most High is the powerful ruler over the kingdom of mankind, and gives it to whomever he wishes. And in that they said, to leave the stump with the roots of the tree. Your kingdom will endure for you after you know that it is heaven that rules with power. Therefore, O king, may my advice seem good to you. Break away now from your sins by doing righteousness, and from your iniquities by showing mercy to the poor, in case there may be a prolonging of your prosperity. All this reached Nebuchadnezzar the king. At the end of 12 months, he was walking on the roof of the royal palace of Babylon. The king answered and said, Is this not Babylon the Great, which I myself have built as a royal house by the strength of my power and for the glory of my majesty? While the word was in the king's mouth, a voice came from heaven, saying, King Nebuchadnezzar, to you it is said, the kingdom has been removed from you, and you will be driven away from mankind, and your place of habitation will be with the beasts of the field. You will be given grass to eat like cattle, and 7 periods of time will pass over you until you know that the Most High is the powerful ruler over the kingdom of mankind, and gives it to whomever he wishes. Immediately the word concerning Nebuchadnezzar was accomplished, and he was driven away from mankind and began eating grass like cattle, and his body was drenched with the dew of heaven until his hair had grown like eagle's feathers and his nails like bird's claws. But at the end of those days, I, Nebuchadnezzar, lifted up my eyes toward heaven, and my knowledge returned to me, and I blessed the Most High and praised and honored him who lives forever. Oh, hey, Stephen. I love you. For his dominion is an everlasting dominion, and his kingdom endures from generation to generation. And all the inhabitants of the earth are accounted as nothing. But he does according to his will in the host of heaven and among the inhabitants of earth, and no one can strike against his hand or say to him, What have you done? At that time my knowledge returned to me, and my majesty and splendor were returned to me for the glory of my kingdom, and my high officials and my nobles began seeking me out. So I was reestablished in my kingdom, and extraordinary greatness was added to me. Now I, Nebuchadnezzar, praise, exalt, and honor the King of heaven, for all his works are true, and his ways just, and he is able to humble those who walk in pride. And that was Daniel chapter 4. Welcome to those just coming in. God bless you. If you need prayer, please don't hesitate to ask. I am going to take a drink, and then we will read chapter 5. Yeah, I need to text you, Robin. I will tell you, I'm not much for actually talking on the phone. I mean, that might be a little confusing since I read for hours out loud on here, but I've just never been much into phone. And text, though, I do that. I will have to. I give you my number, too. Why don't you shoot me a text when you have a chance? That way it's on my phone, because I think I'll have to go back and dig through the messages. Okay. In just a second here. Interesting that, in fact, I'm going to check the settings real quick on the other stream, the vertical one, because usually it has quite a few views. Oh, okay. Yeah, when I get done with the live, I'll message you my number. I thought I had sent it to you. Sorry about that. Okay. I'm just checking the settings. Uh-oh, it seems like my Wi-Fi disconnected. There we go. Sorry about that. Getting the hotspot re-upped or whatever. Okay, I think it is reconnected now. No, it sure isn't. What is going on? I don't even know if you guys can hear me right now. Give me just a second. There we go. Okay, there we go. Yeah, the vertical stream would hear me. Did you hear me in the other one, though? Because it's where I was having the issues. Okay. Now I can check the vertical stream. Yep, it popped off the, does this describe your content? No, it doesn't. Never has. Give me a break. Well, yeah. Okay. There we go. Now we shouldn't have any more problems. Thank you for your patience. Okay, Daniel chapter 5. Belshazzar the king held a great feast for 1,000 of his nobles, and he was drinking wine in the presence of the 1,000. When Belshazzar tasted the wine, he said to bring the gold and silver vessels which Nebuchadnezzar his father had taken out of the temple which was in Jerusalem, so that the king and his nobles, his wives, and his concubines might drink from them. Then they brought the gold vessels that had been taken out of the temple, the house of God, which was in Jerusalem, and the king and his nobles, his wives, and his concubines drank from them. They drank the wine and praised the gods of gold and silver, of bronze, iron, wood, and stone. Oh my goodness, doesn't that just... Wow. Not only is he using the vessels from the Lord's temple, but then thanks false gods for it. Oh my word. Suddenly the fingers of a man's hand came out and began writing opposite the lampstand on the plaster of the wall of the king's palace. And the king saw the back of the hand that did the writing. Then the splendor of the king's face changed, and his thoughts alarmed him, and his hip joints went slack, and his knees were knocking against each other. The king called out loudly to bring in the conjurers, the Chaldeans, and the diviners. The king answered and said to the wise men of Babylon, any man who can read this writing and declare its interpretation to me shall be clothed with purple and have a necklace of gold around his neck and rule with power as third ruler in the kingdom. Then all the king's wise men came in, but they could not read the writing or make known its interpretation to the king. Then King Belshazzar was greatly alarmed, and the splendor of his face changed further, and his nobles were perplexed. The queen entered the banquet hall because of the words of the king and his nobles. The queen answered and said, O king, live forever. Do not let your thoughts alarm you, or the splendor of your face be changed. There is a man in your kingdom in whom is a spirit of the holy gods, and in the days of your father, illumination, insight, and wisdom, like the wisdom of the gods, were found in him. And King Nebuchadnezzar, your father the king, set him as chief of the magicians, conjurers, Chaldeans, and diviners. This was because an extraordinary spirit, knowledge and insight, interpretation of dreams, explanation of enigmas, and solving of difficult problems were found in this Daniel, whom the king named Belteshazzar. Let Daniel now be summoned, and he will declare the interpretation. Then Daniel was brought in before the king. The king answered and said to Daniel, Are you that Daniel, who is one of the exiles from Judah, whom my father the king brought from Judah? Now I have heard about you that a spirit of the gods is in you, and that illumination, insight, and extraordinary wisdom have been found in you. Just now the wise men and the conjurers were brought in before me that they might read this writing and make its interpretation known to me, but they could not declare the interpretation of the message. But I personally have heard about you, that you are able to give interpretations and solve difficult problems. Now, if you are able to read the writing and make its interpretation known to me, you will be clothed with purple and wear a necklace of gold around your neck, and you will rule with power as the third ruler in the kingdom. Then Daniel answered and said before the king, "Let your gifts remain with you, or give your rewards to someone else. However, I will read the writing to the king and make the interpretation known to him. O king, the Most High God granted the kingdom, grandeur, glory, and majesty to Nebuchadnezzar your father. And because of the grandeur which he bestowed on him, all the peoples, nations, and men of every tongue feared and were in dread before him. Whomever he wished he killed, and whomever he wished he kept alive, and whomever he wished he raised up, and whomever he wished he made low. But when his heart was raised up and his spirit became so strong that he behaved arrogantly, he was deposed from his royal throne, and his glory was taken away from him. He was also driven away from the sons of men, and his heart was made like that of beasts, and his place of habitation was with the wild donkeys. He was given grass to eat like cattle, and his body was drenched with the dew of the sky, until he knew that the Most High God is the powerful ruler over the kingdom of mankind, and that he sets up over it whomever he wishes. Yet you, his son, Belshazzar, have not made your heart lowly, even though you knew all this. But you have raised yourself up against the Lord of heaven, and they have brought the vessels of his house before you, and you and your nobles, your wives, and your concubines have been drinking wine from them. And you have praised the gods of silver and gold, of bronze, iron, wood, and stone, which do not see, hear, or know. But the God in whose hand are your life breath and all your ways, you have not honored. Then the hand was sent from him, and this writing was inscribed. Now this is the writing that was inscribed. Mene, mene, tekel, upharsin. This is the interpretation of the message. Mene, God has numbered your kingdom and put an end to it. Tekel, you have been weighed on the scales and found lacking. Perez, your kingdom has been divided and given over to the Medes and Persians. Then Belshazzar said the word, and they clothed Daniel with purple and put a necklace of gold around his neck and issued a proclamation concerning him that he now would be the third powerful ruler in the kingdom. That same night, Belshazzar the Chaldean king was killed. So Darius the Mede received the kingdom at about the age of 62. And that was Daniel chapter 5. Let me see. I'm going to read back through the comments. Oh, how long has Robin been around? She's been around forever as far as I'm concerned. Robin, I think you were my first admin, weren't you? Or first moderator, whatever they call it. She has always been a huge encouragement to me. Man, I want to say you might have been in my first live even, or within the first few. I'm not sure, but she's a joy. We love Robin. Yeah. Carla, well, you're welcome. It's just the truth. I appreciate you. Carla has been hyping my videos and asking other people to hype. So then I was saying in the Discord that people could hype. And most people I know don't hype any videos. So it's really easy to tell them how to do it. And then they can hype my videos, which has been helpful. Have you watched any of my new videos, Robin? I've been doing crafting. And some of them I just talk through it. But I think the last one or the one before, I read like 4 different chapters of the Bible. I'm not sure if you are into crafts or anything, but I've been having fun with that. Okay. Welcome to those just coming in. If you need prayer, please don't hesitate to ask. Yeah, wow, the vertical stream is slow tonight, but that's okay. Actually, I'm gonna drop some. Oh, I know what I have. Goodness, my mouth is not working. I usually do the key verse for each chapter, so give me just a second. And I will paste that down in the comments like I usually do. Okay, so for Daniel 4, the key verse was 35. And all the inhabitants of the earth are reputed as nothing, and he doeth according to his will in the army of heaven and among the inhabitants of the earth, and none can stay his hand or say unto him, what doest thou? And of course, that's in the KJV. I like to have a bit of variety. I am reading from the LSB, which I've really been enjoying. Okay, so I'm pasting that down into the comments of each stream, and then I will get the other one. Yeah, I don't even know, has it been a week and a half or so, or 2 weeks? I'm not even sure. I really needed that time off for sure. Okay, so for chapter 5, the key verse was, of course, 27. Oh, actually, yeah, Tekel, thou art weighed in the balances and art found wanting. I would have just put that whole section myself, but let's see. I'm going to put that key verse and also put just the spelling of the whole phrase that was written. There we go. Pasting it in the vertical stream, and I'll get it in the main stream as well. Welcome to those just coming in. God bless you. If you need prayer, please don't hesitate to ask. Oh, Shiloh's channel. Yeah, we're actually going to be, we keep meaning to do Choco Tacos, but next we're doing cake pops on his channel. We'll be doing that this week sometime. And also, I think I'll have him help me make the buttermint. Oh, hey baby, come here. Robin was just talking about your channel. Do you remember Robin? Yeah, it's been a while, huh? Do you want to say hi?
Yes.
Okay.
Hi, Robin.
You got to get closer to the mic because you're a real quiet guy.
Hi, Robin. Look at me. Look at me.
She said, hi, sweetie. And yes, he is so cute. Such a good little man. Yes, he is. And Jer is here.
Hi, Jill.
Okay.
Toilet.
No, Toilet's not here tonight. Who else? Or I'm not sure who else is here, but do you want to say anything else?
Yes.
What do you want to say? Make sure you say it into the mic. Go ahead.
Jesus loves you, and so do we. Oh, and if you need prayer, don't hesitate to ask.
Good job. Give me 5.
Yes.
Oh, that wasn't a very good 5. Come on. Yeah. Okay, here you go. Your blanket. Are you going to snuggle up on my bed?
Wait, and then church.
So you're going to go to church in the morning, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to say another thing.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, we are grateful for anyone just coming in.
Okay. I got to get back to reading, baby. I love you. I said I love you. Good. Okay. So, Daniel chapter 6. It seemed good to Darius that he set 120 satraps over the kingdom, that they would be in charge of the whole kingdom, and over them 3 commissioners, of whom Daniel was one, that these satraps might be accountable to them. Okay, baby. And that the king might not suffer loss. Then this Daniel began distinguishing himself among the commissioners and satraps because an extraordinary spirit was in him, and the king planned to set him over the entire kingdom. Then the commissioners and satraps began seeking to find a ground of accusation against Daniel in regard to matters of the kingdom, but they were not able to find any ground of accusation or evidence of corruption, inasmuch as he was faithful, and no negligence or corruption was to be found in him. Then these men said, "We will not find any ground of accusation against this Daniel unless we find it against him with regard to the law of his God." Then these commissioners and satraps came by agreement to the king and said thus to him, "King Darius live forever. All the commissioners of the kingdom, the prefects and the satraps, the high officials and the governors have counseled together that the king should establish a statute and enforce an injunction that anyone who seeks to make a petition to any god or man besides you, O king, for 30 days shall be cast into the lion's den. Now, O king, establish the injunction and sign the written document so that it may be changed according to the law of the Medes and Persians, may not be changed according to the law of the Medes and Persians, which may not be revoked." Therefore, King Darius signed the written document, that is, the injunction. Now when Daniel knew that the written document was signed, and he entered his house, now in his roof chamber he had windows open toward Jerusalem. And he continued kneeling on his knees 3 times a day, praying and giving thanks before his God, as he had been doing previously. Then these men came by agreement and found Daniel seeking to make a petition and making supplication before his God. Then they came near and said before the king concerning the king's injunction, "Did you not sign an injunction that any man who seeks to make a petition to any god or man besides you, O king, for 30 days is to be cast into the lion's den?" The king answered and said, "The word is certain, according to the law of the Medes and Persians, which may not be revoked." Then they answered and said before the king, "Daniel, who is one of the exiles from Judah, pays no attention to you, O king, or to the injunction which you signed, but keeps seeking to make his petition 3 times a day." Then, as soon as the king heard this word, he was greatly distressed within himself and set his mind on saving Daniel. And even until sunset, he kept exerting himself to deliver him. Then these men came by agreement to the king and said to the king, "Know, O king, that it is a law of the Medes and Persians that no injunction or statute which the king establishes may be changed." Au contraire, mon frère. Then the king said the word, and Daniel was brought in and cast into the lion's den. The king answered and said to Daniel, "Your God, whom you constantly serve, will himself save you." And a stone was brought and placed over the mouth of the den, and the king sealed it with his own signet ring and with the signet rings of the nobles, so that nothing would be changed in regard to Daniel. Then the king went off to his palace and spent the night fasting, and no entertainment was brought before him, and his sleep fled from him. Then the king arose at dawn at the break of day and hurriedly went to the lion's den. When he had come near the den to Daniel, he cried out with a troubled voice. The king answered and said to Daniel, "Daniel, servant of the living God, has your God, whom you constantly serve, been able to save you from the lions?" Then Daniel spoke to the king, "O king, live forever. My God sent his angel and shut the lions' mouths, and they have not harmed me, inasmuch as I was found innocent before him, and also toward you, O king. I have done no harm." Then the king was greatly pleased and said for Daniel to be taken up out of the den. So Daniel was taken up out of the den, and no harm whatsoever was found on him, because he had believed in his God. The king then said the word, and they brought those men who had brought charges against Daniel, and they cast them, their children, and their wives into the lion's den. And they had not reached the bottom of the den before the lions overpowered them and crushed all their bones. Then Darius the king wrote to all the peoples, nations, and men of every tongue who were inhabiting all the land, "May your peace abound. I make a decree that in all the dominion of my kingdom men are to fear and be in dread before the God of Daniel. For he is the living God and enduring forever, and his kingdom is one which will not be destroyed, and his dominion will be unto the end. He saves and delivers and does signs and wonders in heaven and on earth, who has also saved Daniel from the power of the lions." So this Daniel enjoyed success in the kingdom of Darius and in the kingdom of Cyrus the Persian. And that was Daniel chapter 6, of which the key verse is cited as 22. My God hath sent his angel, and hath shut the lions' mouths, that they have not hurt me. For as much as before him innocency was found in me, and also before thee, O king, have I done no hurt. And I will paste that down in the comment of each stream. Welcome to those just joining us. God bless you. If you need prayer, please don't hesitate to ask. Okay. Here we go in the vertical. And then I'll put it down. I still feel like I should, as the person, whoever's running a stream, should be able to type longer comments, you know? Or you should be able to set the amount of characters. Let's see. If you have to say what's your favorite music artist, what would it be top 3? Well, I will tell you, Jervis Campbell is in my top 300%. I love his music. I don't think he's made a bad song ever. Okay, I'm going to take a drink, and then we will read chapter 7. Did it just add ads again? I better check the settings of the ads in the mainstream, because that seems excessive. Let me check. Huh. I'm not sure what's going on. Okay. There, I've slowed it down. Hopefully that'll help. Oh, you listened to Jervis? We actually went to the... Oh, I forgot to take the Pepsi down. We went to the Josiah Queen, Jervis Campbell, and, oh, I can't think of the other guy's name, concert last month, Kenneth and I. But Jervis Campbell, oh my goodness, he's such a great performer. A lot of times live music just doesn't sound as good when you've only ever heard their recorded music. But wow, so good. Oh, Prince, Journey, and Dr. Hook. Dr. Hook? I don't know if I'm familiar with that. Welcome to those just joining us. God bless you. If you need prayer, please don't hesitate to ask. I'm getting ready to read chapter 7 of Daniel. I wonder where everybody is tonight. I guess I did come a little bit later, but I'm going to check. Oh, Steve Perry, yeah. Oh yeah, it looks like everybody's asleep tonight. Adam is usually here. I hope he's okay. I'm gonna shoot him a message real quick. Adam is actually almost always in the stream before I am. Okay. There, I messaged him. Let's see, Dr. Hook sung a lot of great songs in the 70s, like the cover of the Rolling Stones and Sharing the Night Together. Oh, yeah, I'm not real big on 70s music, except for Nazareth. Okay, Daniel chapter 7. In the first year of Belshazzar, king of Babylon, Daniel saw a dream and visions in his head as he lay on his bed. Then he wrote the dream down and said the following summary of the matter. Daniel answered and said, I was looking in my vision by night, and behold, the four winds of heaven were stirring up the great sea, and four great beasts were coming up from the sea, different from one another. The first was like a lion and had the wings of an eagle. I kept looking until its wings were plucked, and it was lifted up from the ground and made to stand on 2 feet like a man, and a heart of a man was given to it. And behold, another beast, a second one in the likeness of a bear, and it was raised up on one side, and 3 ribs were in its mouth between its teeth. And thus they said to it, Arise, devour much meat. After this I kept looking, and behold, another one like a leopard, which had on its back 4 wings of a bird. The beast also had 4 heads, and dominion was given to it. After this I kept looking in the night visions, and behold, a 4th beast, fearsome and terrifying and extraordinarily strong, and it had large iron teeth. It devoured and crushed and trampled down the remainder with its feet, and it was different from all the beasts that were before it, and it had 10 horns. While I was contemplating the horns, behold, another horn, a little one, came up among them, and 3 of the first horns were pulled out by the roots before it. And behold, this horn possessed eyes like the eyes of a man, and a mouth speaking great boasts. I kept looking until thrones were set up, and the Ancient of Days was seated. His clothing was like white snow, and the hair of his head like pure wool. His throne was ablaze with fire, its wheels were a burning fire. A river of fire was flowing and coming out from before him. Thousands upon thousands were attending him, and myriads upon myriads were standing before him. The court sat, and the books were opened. Then I kept looking because of the sound of the great boastful words which the horn was speaking. I kept looking until the beast was killed, and its body was destroyed and given to the burning fire. As for the rest of the beasts, their dominion was taken away, but an extension of life was given to them for an appointed season of time. I kept looking in the night visions, and behold, with the clouds of heaven, one like a son of man was coming, and he came up to the Ancient of Days and came near before him. And to him was given dominion, glory, and a kingdom, that all the peoples, nations, and men of every tongue might serve him. His dominion is an everlasting dominion, which will not be taken away, and his kingdom is one which will not be destroyed. As for me, Daniel, my spirit was distressed within me, and the visions of my head kept alarming me. I came near to one of those who were standing by and began seeking out from him the exact meaning of all this. So he said it to me and made known to me the interpretation of these things. These great beasts, which are 4 in number, are 4 kings who will arise from the earth. But the saints of the highest one will receive the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever, for all ages to come. Then I desired to know the exact meaning of the 4th beast, which was different from all the others, extraordinarily fearsome, with its teeth of iron and its claws of bronze, and which devoured, crushed, and trampled down the remainder with its feet, and the meaning of the 10 horns that were on its head, and the other horn which came up, and before which 3 of them fell, namely that horn which had eyes and a mouth speaking great boasts, and which was larger in appearance than its associates. I kept looking, and that horn was waging war with the saints and overcoming them, until the Ancient of Days came, and judgment was given in favor of the saints of the highest one. And the season arrived when the saints took possession of the kingdom. Thus he said, the 4th beast will be a 4th kingdom on the earth, which will be different from all the other kingdoms, and will devour the whole earth and tread it down and crush it. As for the 10 horns, out of this kingdom 10 kings will arise, and another will arise after them, and he will be different from the previous ones, and will make low 3 kings. He will speak words against the Most High, and wear down the saints of the highest one, and he will intend to make changes in seasons and in law, and they will be given into his hand for a time, times, and half a time. Intend to make changes in seasons. But the court will sit for judgment, and his dominion will be taken away, annihilated, and destroyed forever. Then the The reign, the dominion, and the greatness of all the kingdoms under the whole heaven will be given to the people of the saints of the highest one. His kingdom will be an everlasting kingdom, and all the dominions will serve and obey him. Hey, Adam, you came. This was very impromptu, so I was surprised not to see you, but I figured that was why. At this point, the matter of this revelation ended. As for me, Daniel, my thoughts were greatly alarming me, and the splendor of my face changed, but I kept the matter in my heart. And that was Daniel chapter 7, of which the key verse is cited as 14. And there was given him dominion and glory and a kingdom, that all people, nations, and languages should serve him. His dominion is an everlasting dominion which shall not pass away, and his kingdom that which shall not be destroyed. Okay. I'm going to paste that down into the chats. Okay. How are you doing today, Adam? Glad you made it. I was thinking about you earlier today. Hoping you're feeling well. Okay. So I put the key verse down in the comments. I'm going to take a quick drink and then we will read chapter 8. Yeah, 80s and 90s music was good. And so was, 50s and 60s and some of the 70s, but I don't know. I guess Creedence Clearwater Revival could be considered a 70s band. But I think they're more 60s, right? I love them. And Nazareth. Okay. Welcome to those just coming in. God bless you. If you need prayer, please don't hesitate to ask. Okay, I think I just unplugged my phone. Yeah, it's 100%. Okay, Daniel chapter 8. In the 3rd year of the reign of Belshazzar the king, a vision appeared to me, Daniel, after the one which appeared to me previously. And I looked in the vision, and it happened that while I was looking, I was in the citadel of Susa, which is in the province of Elam, and I looked in the vision, and I myself was beside the Ulai canal. Then I lifted my eyes and looked, and behold, a ram which had 2 horns was standing in front of the canal. Now the 2 horns were long, but one was longer than the other, with the longer one coming up last. I saw the ram butting westward, northward, and southward, and no other beasts could stand before it, nor was there anyone to deliver from its power, but it did as it pleased and magnified itself. And while I was considering, behold, a male goat was coming from the west over the surface of the whole earth without touching the ground, and the goat had a conspicuous horn between its eyes. Then it came up to the ram that had the 2 horns, which I had seen standing in front of the canal, and ran at it in his strong wrath. And I saw it reach the side of the ram, and it was enraged at it, and it struck the ram and broke its 2 horns in pieces, and the ram had no strength to stand in opposition to it. So it threw it down to the ground and trampled on it, and there was none to deliver the ram from its power. Then the male goat magnified itself exceedingly. But as soon as it was mighty, the large horn was broken, and in its place there came up 4 conspicuous horns toward the 4 winds of heaven. And out of one of them came forth a rather small horn, and it grew exceedingly great toward the south, toward the east, and toward the beautiful land. Then it grew up to the host of heaven, and caused some of the hosts and some of the stars to fall to the earth, and it trampled them down. And it even magnified itself to be equal with the commander of the host, and it removed the regular sacrifice from him, and the place of his sanctuary was thrown down. And on account of transgression, the host will be given over to the horn along with the regular sacrifice, and it will throw truth down to the ground and do its will and succeed. Then I heard a holy one speaking, and another holy one said to that particular one who was speaking, "How long will the vision about the regular sacrifice apply, while the transgression causes desolation, so as to allow both the holy place and the host to be trampled?" He said to me, "For 2,300 evenings and mornings, then the holy place will be made righteous." Now it happened when I, Daniel, had seen the vision, that I sought to understand it, and behold, standing before me was one who had the appearance of a man. And I heard the voice of a man between the banks of Ulai, and he called out and said, "Gabriel, give this man an understanding of what has appeared." So he came near to where I was standing, and when he came, I was terrified and fell on my face. But he said to me, "Son of man, understand that the vision pertains to the time of the end." Now while he was talking with me, I sank into a deep sleep with my face to the ground, but he touched me and made me stand upright. Then he said, "Behold, I am going to let you know what will happen at the final period of the indignation, for it pertains to the appointed time of the end. The ram which you saw with the 2 horns is the kings of Media and Persia. Now the shaggy goat is the king of Greece, and the large horn that is between his eyes is the first king. And the broken horn and the 4 horns that stood in its place are 4 kingdoms which will take their stand from his nation, although not with his power. In the latter period of their reign, when the transgressors have run their course, a king will stand, insolent and skilled in intrigue. His power will be mighty, but not by his own power, and he will destroy to an astonishing degree and succeed and do his will. He will destroy mighty men and the holy people. And through his insight, he will cause deceit to succeed by his hand, and he will magnify himself in his heart, and he will destroy many while they are at ease. He will even stand against the Prince of Princes, but he will be broken without hands. And what had appeared about the evenings and mornings, which has been told, is true. But as for you, conceal the vision, for it pertains to many days in the future. Then I, Daniel, was exhausted and sick for days. Then I rose up again and did the king's work, but I was appalled at what had appeared, and there was none to make me understand it. And that was Daniel chapter 8, of which the key verse is cited as 25. And through his policy also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand, and he shall magnify himself in his heart, and by peace shall destroy many. He shall also stand up against the Prince of Princes, but he shall be broken without hand. And I will paste that down in each stream. Welcome to those just joining us. God bless you. How are you doing tonight? If you need prayer, please don't hesitate to ask. Uh-oh. I don't know what happened. Give me just a second to fix the text. Or like my screen scrolled or something. Here we go. Well, that's odd. It's telling me... It's telling me I'm negative 85 characters, but I actually don't have anything typed. There we go. Okay. Oh, YouTube. And then they just updated the way the app looks and everything. I'm like, why can't they just leave well enough alone? They make updates to stuff that isn't necessary and just makes it look different or whatever, and then they don't... Oh, now it gave me an error. What is going on? My stream is still going. I'm going to refresh it. Oh, my word. It's always something with YouTube, I swear. see. Okay, yeah, it went through, but for some reason on my end it gave me a big red error. Okay, sorry. I'm going to take a quick drink and then we will read Daniel chapter 9. Okay. Daniel chapter 9. In the first year of Darius, the son of, we usually go with Adog. Carla told me it's just Ahasuerus, I think. I was saying Ahasuerus or something, and I don't know why, but I guess I overcomplicated it. So we're going with Adog. No. Ahasuerus from the seed of the Medes, who was made king over the kingdom of the Chaldeans in the first year of his reign. I, Daniel, discerned in the books the number of the years concerning which the word of Yahweh came to Jeremiah the prophet for the fulfillment of the laying waste of Jerusalem, namely 70 years. So I gave my face to the Lord God to seek him by prayer and supplications with fasting, sackcloth and ashes. And I prayed to Yahweh my God and confessed and said, Alas, O Lord, the great and awesome God, who keeps his covenant and loving kindness for those who love him and keep his commandments. We have sinned and committed iniquity and acted wickedly and rebelled, even turning aside from your commandments and judgments. Oh, hey, Mick. Oh, a Chrome update? I think mine already updated on the computer, but yeah, on the phone it looks totally different now and everything, and yeah, it's just kind of a pain. Okay. I'm glad you're here. How have you been? Moreover, we have not listened to your slaves, the prophets, who spoke in your name to our kings, our princes, our fathers, and all the people of the land. To you, O Lord, belongs righteousness, but to us open shame, as it is this day, to the men of Judah, the inhabitants of Jerusalem, and all Israel, those who are nearby and those who are far away, in all the countries to which you have banished them, because of their unfaithful deeds which they have committed against you. O Yahweh, to us belongs open shame, to our kings, our princes, and our fathers, because we have sinned against you. To the Lord our God belong compassion and forgiveness, for we have rebelled against him, nor have we listened to the voice of Yahweh our God, to walk in his laws which he put before us through his slaves and the prophets. His slaves, the prophets. Indeed, all Israel has trespassed against your law, even turning aside, not listening to your voice, so the curse has been poured out on us, along with the oath which is written in the law of Moses, the servant of God, for we have sinned against him. Thus he has established his words, which he had spoken against us and against our judges who judged us, to bring on us great calamity, for under the whole heaven there has not been done anything like what was done to Jerusalem. As it is written in the law of Moses, all this calamity has come on us, yet we have not entreated the favor of Yahweh, our God, by turning from our iniquity and acting wisely in your truth. Therefore Yahweh has watched over the calamity and brought it on us, for Yahweh our God is righteous with respect to all his deeds which he has done, but we have not listened to his voice. So now, O Lord our God, who have brought your people out of the land of Egypt with a strong hand and have made a name for yourself, as it is this day, we have sinned, we have acted wickedly. O Lord, in accordance with all your righteousness, let now your anger and your wrath turn away from your city Jerusalem, your holy mountain, for because of our sins and the iniquities of our fathers, Jerusalem and your people have become a reproach to all those around us. So now, our God, listen to the prayer of your slave and to his supplications, and for your sake, O Lord, let your face shine on your desolate sanctuary. Oh my God, incline your ear and listen. Hello. Robin's here tonight. I'm so excited.
Do you have any glue?
Glue? What kind of glue?
Something to work where that would work with 3D prints.
Well, I have that Actually, I don't know if tacky glue would be good. I have this. This is glue all that works pretty good.
Yeah, I think this works. I mean, there's a lot of
Or-
surface area. It's not going
Or
to be
a
load bearing.
tacky glue.
Which one would set faster?
That sets pretty quick. Tacky glue, I haven't used it in a while. I'm not sure. I would use that. I had that other stuff, but I think you already took it and used it up, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I will bring this.
That
back
should work. Otherwise, I have
I'm sure
I have-
it'll work.
B7000, but this
Yeah.
it sticks pretty good first few minutes, but then it takes a day or two to cure completely. So yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Love you. Okay. Sorry, guys. I lost my spot. There we are. Oh my God, incline your ear and listen. Open your eyes and see our desolations in the city which is called by your name, for we are not presenting our supplications before you on account of any righteousness of our own, but on account of your abundant compassion. O Lord, listen. O Lord, forgive. O Lord, give heed and take action. For your own sake, oh my God, do not delay, because your city and your people are called by your name. I actually want to paste that down. Oh, paste that down in the comments. Why does it keep doing that to me? Hang on just a second. There we go. I'm going to paste that down in the comments just because I love it. Oh, I'm glad you're doing good. Oh, you watched those? Yeah, I have a few more to do. I've been making a bunch of tumbler charms and keychains and stuff. Give me just a second to paste this down in the comments. Here we go in the vertical stream. And then the mainstream. I will never be happy with that 200 character limit on comments. But it is what it is. Almost done. I wonder what the key verse will be for this chapter. There we go. There goes again, popping that up. Now while I was speaking and praying and confessing my sin and the sin of my people Israel and presenting my supplication before Yahweh my God in behalf of the holy mountain of my God, and while I was still speaking in prayer, then the man Gabriel, whom I had seen in the vision previously, touched me in my extreme weariness about the time of the evening offering. Then he made me understand and spoke with me and said, O Daniel, I have now come forth to give you insight with understanding. At the beginning of your supplications, the word was issued, so I have come to tell you, for you are highly esteemed, so understand the message and gain understanding in what has appeared. Hello. I love you. You should probably get ready for bed and go to church in the morning. Go brush your teeth, or if you want a bath, is your dad still up in there? Huh? What?
I do want to.
Okay, if he's up in there, ask him if he can have you take a bath. Otherwise, I will after I'm done here. I have a few more chapters to read. Love you. Okay, let me see. Not sure if I read that. So understand the message and gain understanding in what has appeared. 70 weeks have been determined for your people and for your holy city to finish the transgression, to make an end of sin, to make atonement for iniquity, to bring in everlasting righteousness, to seal up vision and prophecy, and to anoint the Holy of Holies. So you are to know and have insight that from the going out of a word to restore and rebuild Jerusalem until Messiah the Prince, There will be 7 weeks and 62 weeks. It will be restored and rebuilt with plaza and moat, even in times of distress. Then after the 62 weeks, the Messiah will be cut off and have nothing, and the people of the prince who is to come will destroy the city and the sanctuary. And its end will come with a flood. Even to the end there will be war. Desolations are decreed. And he will make a firm covenant with the many for 1 week. But in the middle of the week he will make sacrifice and grain offerings cease. And on the wing of abominations will come. Sorry, what's that, baby? What? Okay. And on the wing of abominations will come one who makes desolate, even until a complete destruction, one that is decreed, is poured out on the one who makes desolate. And that was Daniel chapter 9, of which the key verse is cited as 26. And after 62 weeks shall Messiah be cut off, but not for himself, and the people of the prince that shall come shall destroy the city and the sanctuary, and the end thereof shall be with a flood. And unto the end of the war, desolations are determined. So I will paste that down in the comments.
You are amazing. I don't know what you are amazing. But if there is a word for you aren't amazing, you're still amazing.
Are you talking to me?
Yes.
I'm amazing?
Yes.
Oh, you're very sweet. You're pretty amazing yourself. I love you. Okay, so I'm pasting this down in the vertical stream. There we go. Oh my goodness, Mick, thank you. Yes, Jesus is Lord. Amen. Mick gave $20. Isn't that wonderful?
Cool.
You want to come tell Mick thank you?
Yes.
Shiloh's going to come and say hi and thank you for that. I appreciate it. So there's the key verse. I'm going to take a drink while Shiloh talks for a minute. Look at that. It's big and orange. And it says $20. Yeah.
I'm making it close to the mic. Thank you and hello.
There's more people coming in. Do you want to say the thing you said earlier?
Yes. If you need prayer, don't hesitate to ask. If you need prayer, we would love to pray for you.
Yes. And what about the other thing you like to say?
Jesus loves you and so do we.
Amen. Good job. Give me 5.
Wait, no.
Here. Oh. There. Okay. So you go over here. I have 3 chapters left to read. And then you can have a bath. Or you can ask Kenneth if he wants to help you get the water started. But you could just wait for me if you want. Okay?
Yeah.
No, because I have to be over here reading, okay?
Okay.
Oh, and this chair is a pain in the patoot, isn't it? Okay. You know what, Mick? I am honestly surprised I can do it. I don't know if you've noticed in the videos, but I have quite a tremor. And also I have, my hands and wrists are killing me right now from doing it, but I love it. I do. I feel alive when I'm creating stuff, so. I'm glad you've enjoyed the videos. What? Oh. Well, go have the ice cream that's up in the kitchen. Excuse me. Welcome to those just coming in. God bless you. If you need prayer, please don't hesitate to ask. And now we are on to Daniel chapter 10. In the 3rd year of Cyrus, king of Persia, a word was revealed to Daniel, who was named Belteshazzar, and the word was true and one of great conflict, but he understood the word and had an understanding of what had appeared. In those days, I, Daniel, had been mourning for 3 entire weeks. I did not eat any tasty food, nor did meat or wine enter my mouth, nor did I use any ointment at all until the entire 3 weeks were fulfilled. And on the 24th day of the first month, while I was by the bank of the great river, that is the Tigris, I lifted my eyes and looked, and behold, there was a certain man dressed in linen, whose loins were girded with a belt of pure fine gold of Uphaz. His body also was like beryl, his face had the appearance of lightning, his eyes were like flaming torches, his arms and feet like the gleam of burnished bronze, and the sound of his words like the sound of a multitude. Now I, Daniel, alone saw the vision that appeared, but the men who were with me did not see the vision that appeared. Nevertheless, a great terror fell on them, and they ran away to hide themselves. So I alone remained and saw this great vision that appeared, yet no might remained in me, for my outward splendor turned to a deathly pallor, and I retained no might. But I heard the sound of his words, and as soon as I heard the sound of his words, I fell into a deep sleep on my face, with my face to the ground. Then behold, a hand touched me and set me shaking on my hands and knees. And he said to me, O Daniel, man of high esteem, understand the words that I am about to speak to you, and stand upright, for I have now been sent to you. And when he had spoken this word to me, I stood up trembling. Then he said to me, Do not be afraid, Daniel, for from the first day that you gave your heart to understand this and to humble yourself before your God, your words were heard, and I have come in response to your words. But the prince of the kingdom of Persia was standing against me for 21 days. Then behold, Michael, one of the chief princes, came to help me. Now I had been left there with the kings of Persia. Now I have come to give you an understanding of what will happen to your people in the last days, for the vision pertains to the days yet future. Now when he had spoken to me according to these words, I turned my face toward the ground and became speechless. And behold, one in the likeness of the sons of men was touching my lips. Then I opened my mouth and spoke, and said to him who was standing before me, O my Lord, as a result of the vision that appeared, pains have come upon me, and I have retained no might. Now how can such a servant of my Lord talk with such as my Lord? As for me, right now no might stands within me, nor does any breath remain within me. Sorry, something is crinkling. Oh, I see it. My air purifier is next to my little craft waste basket. It was just crinkling and driving me to distraction. Okay. Then this one with the appearance of a man touched me again and strengthened me. And he said, O man of high esteem, do not be afraid. Peace be with you. Gather strength and be strong. Now as soon as he spoke to me, I received strength and said, May my Lord speak, for you have strengthened me. Then he said, Do you know why I came to you? But I shall now return to fight against the prince of Persia. So I am going forth, and behold, the prince of Greece is about to come. However, I will tell you what is inscribed in the writing of truth. Now there is no one who exerts strength with me against these forces except Michael, your prince. And that was Daniel chapter 10. Let's take a look and see what the key verse is cited for. 10. Okay, so it's 10 verse 12. Then said he unto me, Fear not, Daniel, for from the first day that thou didst set thine heart to understand and to chasten thyself before thy God, thy words were heard, and I am come for thy words. King James is such a beautiful. Oh, thank you for the love. I will give you some hearts here in just a moment after I paste the key verse down in the comments. Okay, here we go. I'm excited because tomorrow I'm going to a, it's like a home show type thing. My friend has a booth at. And I had commented on one of her cups. It said, Oopsie Daisy, and it's like a field of daisies. And she's, because I just wanted to know how much it was. And she was like, oh, it's sold, but I'll make you another one. No, don't do that, because I need to look at your other stuff first. And she was like, oh, already did. So I guess I'm getting that cup. I'll have to see what else she has. Okay. Let me take a quick drink. You'll probably hear my kids screaming in the background. They are playing, not dying, I promise. Oh. Welcome to those just coming in. God bless you. If you need prayer, please don't hesitate to ask. Oh, Adam, I missed your comment up there. I'm glad you're doing well today. And you're welcome for the prayers. I'm always happy to lift anybody up who needs it. Daniel chapter 11. Now I, in the first year of Darius the Mede, I stood to strengthen and to be a fortress for him. So now I will tell you the truth. Behold, 3 more kings are going to stand in Persia. Then a 4th will gain far more riches than all of them. As soon as he becomes strong through his riches, he will arouse the whole empire against the kingdom of Greece. And a mighty king will stand, and he will dominate with great domination and do as he pleases. But as soon as he stands, his kingdom will be broken up and parceled out toward the 4 winds of heaven, but not to his own descendants, nor according to his domination with which he dominated, for his kingdom will be uprooted and given to others besides them. Then the king of the south will grow strong, along with one of his princes, who will grow strong over him and obtain dominion. Indeed, his domain will be a great dominion. And after some years, they will form an alliance, and the daughter of the king of the south will come to the king of the north to carry out an equitable arrangement. But she will not retain her position of power, nor will he continue to stand with his power, but she will be given up along with those who brought her in, and the one who fathered her, as well as he who strengthened her in those times. But one of the descendants of her line will stand in his place, and he will come against their military force and enter the fortress of the king of the north, and he will deal with them and display strength. And also their gods, with their metal images and their desirable vessels of silver and gold, he will bring into captivity to Egypt, and he on his part will stand back from attacking the king of the north for some years. Then the latter will enter the kingdom of the king of the south, but will return to his own land, and his sons will wage war. So they will gather a multitude of great forces, and one of them will keep on coming and overflow and pass through, that he may again wage war up to his very fortress. And the king of the south will be enraged and go forth and fight with the king of the north. Then the latter will cause a great multitude to stand, but that multitude will be given into the hand of the former. Then the multitude will be carried away, his heart will be lifted up, and he will cause tens of thousands to fall, yet he will not prevail. And the king of the north will again cause a much greater multitude than the former to stand, and at the end of the times of those years, he will keep on coming with a great military force and much equipment. Now in those times, many will stand against the king of the south. The violent ones among your people will also lift themselves up in order to cause division to stand, but they will fall down. Then the king of the north will come, cast up a siege ramp, and capture a well-fortified city, and the might of the south will not stand, not even their choicest troops, for there will be no strength to make a stand. But he who comes against him will do as he pleases, and no one will be able to stand in opposition to him. He will also stand for a time in the beautiful land with destruction in his hand. And he will set his face to come with the authority of his whole kingdom, bringing with him an equitable proposal, which he will put into effect. He will also give him the daughter of women to destroy it. But she will not take a stand for him or be on his side. Then he will turn his face to the coastlands and capture many. But a ruler will make his reproach against him cease. Moreover, he will repay him for his reproach. Hello, dear. I thought you were Shiloh. And then I was like, wait, who is hovering over me? That's not Shiloh. What's up?
Who's this Motor City Way guy that
That's
donated
Mick.
$20?
That's Mick.
Oh, thank you, Mick.
Yes. What are you guys doing out there?
Did you move for a second?
Oh, guys, give me just a second. My son needs to talk to me, so I'll be back in just a minute or so. Okay. Thank you for your patience. Sorry about that. Okay. So he will turn his face toward the fortresses of his own land, but he will stumble and fall and be found no more. Then in his place one will stand who will have an oppressor pass through the jewel of his kingdom, yet within a few days he will be broken, though not in anger nor in battle. And in his place a despised person will stand, to whom the splendor of the kingdom has not been given, but he will come in a time of ease and take hold of the kingdom by intrigue. But the overflowing might will be flooded away before him and broken, and also the prince of the covenant. And after an alliance is made with him, he will practice deception, and he will go up and gain power with a small force of people. In a time of ease, he will enter the richest parts of the province, and he will do what his fathers never did, nor his fathers' fathers. He will distribute plunder, spoil, and possessions among them, and he will devise his schemes against strongholds, but only for a time. And he will stir up his strength and heart against the king of the south with a great military force. So the king of the south will wage war with an extremely large and mighty military force for war, but he will not stand, for schemes will be devised against him. And those who eat his choice food will break him, and his military force will overflow. But many will fall down slain. And as for both kings, their hearts will be intent on evil, and they will speak falsehood at the same table, but it will not succeed, for the end is still to come at the appointed time. Then he will return to his land with great possessions, but his heart will be set against the holy covenant, and he will take action and then return to his own land. Excuse me. At the appointed time, he will return and come into the south, but this last time it will not happen the way it did before. Indeed, ships of Kittim will come against him. Therefore he will be disheartened and will return and become indignant at the holy covenant and take action. So he will come back and show regard for those who forsake the holy covenant. Mighty forces from him will stand, profane the sanctuary fortress, and abolish the regular sacrifice. And they will set up the abomination of desolation. And by smooth words he will turn to godlessness those who act wickedly toward the covenant, but the people who know their God will display strength and take action. And those who have insight among the people will give understanding to the many, yet they will fall by sword and by flame, by captivity and by plunder for many days. Now when they fall, they will be granted a little help, and many will join with them in intrigue. And some of those who have insight will fall, in order to refine, purge, and make them pure until the time of the end, because it is still to come at the appointed time. Then the king will do as he pleases, and he will exalt and magnify himself above every god, and will speak astonishing things against the God of gods, and he will succeed until the indignation is finished, for that which is decreed will be done. He will show no regard for the gods of his fathers, or for the desire of women, nor will he show regard for any other god, for he will magnify himself above them all. But instead he will honor a god of fortresses, a god whom his fathers did not know. He will honor him with gold, silver, costly stones, and desirable things. And he will take action against the strongest of fortresses with the help of a foreign god. He will give great honor to those who recognize him, and will cause them to rule over the many, and will apportion land for a price. And at the time of the end, the king of the south will collide with him, and the king of the north will storm against him with chariots, with horsemen, and with many ships. And he will enter lands, overflow them, and pass through. And he will also enter the beautiful land, and many countries will fall, but these will be rescued out of his hand: Edom, Moab, and the foremost of the sons of Ammon. Then he will send forth his hand against other countries, and the land of Egypt will not escape. But he will rule over the hidden treasures of gold and silver, and over all the desirable things of Egypt. And Libyans and Ethiopians will follow at his heels. But reports from the east and from the north will dismay him, and he will go forth with great wrath to destroy and devote many to destruction. And he will pitch the tents of his royal pavilion between the seas and the beautiful holy mountain, yet he will come to his end, and no one will help him. And that was Daniel chapter 11, of which the key verse is 32. And such as do wickedly against the covenant shall he corrupt by flatteries, but the people that do know their God shall be strong and do exploits. And I will paste that down into the comments. Okay. There's in the vertical, and I'm about to put it in the mainstream. Everybody got quiet. Again, thank you so much, Mick. I appreciate you. And Robin, I'm so glad you're here tonight. And Adam, usually here before me in the stream, but I surprised you, didn't I? Welcome to everybody else who is here. If you need prayer, please don't hesitate to ask. I'm going to take a quick drink, and then we will read chapter 12. Okay. Check and make sure my phone isn't going to die. Oh, yeah. Okay. Daniel chapter 12. Now at that time, Michael, the great prince who stands guard over the sons of your people, will stand. And there will be a time of distress such as never happened since there was a nation until that time. And at that time, your people, everyone who is found written in the book, will be rescued. And many of those who sleep in the dust of the ground will awake, these to everlasting life, but the others to reproach and everlasting contempt. And those who have insight will shine brightly like the brightness of the expanse of heaven. And a hiccup. And those who lead the many to righteousness like the stars forever and ever. But as for you, Daniel, conceal these words and seal up the book until the time of the end. Many will go to and fro, and knowledge will increase. Then I, Daniel, looked, and behold, two others were standing, one on this bank of the river and the other on that bank of the river. And one said to the man dressed in linen, who was above the waters of the river, how long will it be until the end of these wonders? And I heard the man dressed in linen, who was above the waters of the river, as he raised his right hand and his left toward heaven, and swore by him who lives forever that it would be for a time, times, and half a time. And as soon as they complete shattering the power of the holy people, all these events will be completed. As for me, I heard but could not understand. So I said, my Lord, what will be the outcome of these events? Then he said, go your way, Daniel, for these words are concealed and sealed up until the time of the end. Many will be purged, purified, and refined, but the wicked will act wickedly, and none of the wicked will understand, but those who have insight will understand. But from the time that the regular sacrifice is abolished and the abomination of desolation is set up, there will be 1,290 days. How blessed is he who keeps waiting and reaches the 1,335 days. But as for you, go your way to the end. Then you will enter into rest and stand again for your allotted portion at the end of the days. And that was the book of Daniel. The key verse for chapter 12 is cited as 3. And they that be wise shall shine as the brightness of the firmament, and they that turn many to righteousness as the stars forever and ever. And I will paste that down into the comments. Okay. And that is where I am ending tonight. I appreciate you guys all so much for being here. God bless you. And I hope to see you again. I may or may not go live tomorrow, but if not, I will definitely be live on Monday. God bless you. Have a wonderful night. Sleep tight and dream sweet. Bye-bye.